In this video, we're going to look at 5 tips which can help you before and during your streams on Twitch. So with number 1, we have a really handy tool, especially if you're not great at remembering names. Say for example, someone comes into a chat and they have a really obscure username, but they'll either be called by their real name or a different name entirely. You can actually change their name if you click on it and then go to this pencil tool here, and you can actually put in whatever you want. As you can see, I changed my name to Will in the chat now. So if you get a user who comes in and they're called like crazy XXX69 Ninja whatever, and they actually want to be called Gavin, you can just see Gavin come up and remember that every time they come into the stream. Next thing I want to mention is another 2 buttons which you'll see when you click on the user's name. To show this, let's look at one of our bots in the channel right now. Let's go on to moderators and click on Isabel Say. So if we click this button here, it'll actually open a whole window. What it actually does is shows all the previous chats from the said user. So this is awesome, especially if you want to check on a user, you're not really sure what they might have said before, you might have missed something, or they might have said something the other day and you missed it completely. You can check the whole chat log this way. Now, of course, that bot is a moderator for the channel, so you won't see the other button I want to talk about here on their profile. But if you go on someone who's not a mod and click on their profile, you can see there's a flag button. If you click on that flag, you can actually monitor or restrict that user. And the monitor button is really cool because if there's someone who's acting a little bit sus, you're not really sure about them, you or one of the mods can click on that, and all the moderation team can see that and it can just track them, and everyone knows in the sort of background that, yeah, we're checking out this user. We think it could be a bit dodgy here. Let's keep an eye on them. Now, the next thing I want to mention is something you very well may know already. But if you're a streamer who sticks very much to the stream dashboard, you might not know it. So if you go into your message here and click the slash button, all these different commands come up. As you can see, as we scroll down here, there's a lot of helpful commands for you which will really come in handy when you're live, because they'll save you a lot of time. Instead of going to the streamer dashboard, you can literally raid someone through here, you can ban someone through here, VIP people through here, so it's really handy. At the top here, you can see they added a new thing called announced messages, which is really useful, especially if you've got like a big moment in your stream where you need to like put in a code or something like we've done here. So if we do Jackbox as a game, for example, and you want everyone to see the code, you can put an announcement message which comes up bold in the chat like this, and also you can change different colors on the sides as well. But it's a really neat feature just to show some more attention. You can even put it in for your shout outs as well, so it really stands out more in chat. Now, the next tip I have is in regards to your audio mixer. So if you look at our audio mixer here, we have a list of audio devices, and we actually have our Razer Keo, which is our webcam, which we've actually disabled in the settings, so we're never going to use it. So if we actually go to our gear icon here, we can actually hide it, and that way it makes it all look a lot more tidier. And if you ever wish to see them again, you can always unhide them by clicking on the gear icon here and unhide all. Something else that you can do to your audio mixer to make it look a little bit different is go on the gear icon and actually go to vertical layout. Now, for some, you might really like that. I've just sort of got used to the landscape look of it, but again, this might be your sort of thing. Now, this next tip is a real quick one. So say someone new raids you and you really want to check them out someday and follow them back, you can actually go onto your activity feed here, click on the dots, and then just follow them that way. I did say that was a quick one. Now, the last quick tip I have for you involves our sources. At the top of our sources here, we have our webcam. So we click on this drop down menu here. We actually have the camera, goodbye. And then we have the shadow, which is underneath as well. There it is. So it's all grouped together. And this is great, especially if you have a game where you have to move your camera around the screen somewhere different. I see this a lot with new streamers. They move their camera and they spend like 10 minutes having to move their camera around somewhere and then move their overlay as well and then resize it all again. But how do you group them together? So what you have to do is actually go on one of the sources here, hold down shift, click on another source, and then if you right click, you can now group selected items. So we see that's our group made. And once they are grouped together, you can lock it like we have here with these padlocks. But if you want to move our camera around, unlock it here. And then if we go to our camera, we can move ourselves all over the place. But now you might say, hold on, I want to go back to where I just was a minute ago. Well, luckily OBS have recently added an undo button, which is fantastic. Go up to edit, next to file at the top, go undo, and we are back. As you've seen throughout this whole video, we moved our docs from OBS all over the place. How do you do that? Well, you click and you drag. Simple as that. Yeah, hopefully one or more of these tips have helped you out. If you knew them all, great. If you know some more, let us know in the comments. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one.